Hey guys, welcome to my channel. As you read from the caption, we will be making some maple rum wings. So first I start off by cleaning my chicken, cutting off the tips, getting that chicken right, okay? So now I have some cut up lemon, and now I'm adding some white vinegar into my bowl. And I'm gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes, let it soak up. If you want to soak it for longer, it's fine. And then after that, we're going to be going in and just letting the water run a little bit just to rinse that vinegar off and that lemon. I'm going to make sure it's nice and clean, make sure our chicken is looking right. Then we're going to go in. I don't really pat it dry, but you can if you want to. But now we're going to go in with some seasoning. This is the Cuisine chicken seasoning. I love this stuff. It is amazing. Like, I'm going to put the link in the bio so I can purchase the seasoning. This one is my favorite. This is the garlic pepper. Yo, let me tell you something. These seasonings are bomb. Like, best seasoning that I have tried so far. And, you know, can't go wrong with some Slap Your Mama. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on there. And the thing that I really love about these seasonings is they don't have a bunch of extra stuff in it. You know how you purchase seasoning and they have all this MSG and all that extraness? These do not have that. That's why they are the best, okay? Now I'm just going in, rubbing and getting that seasoning all in the chicken. If you don't want to touch it with your hand, you could use something else. But personally, when you use your hand, you just get that the best, okay? The best, all right? Now I'm about to take my chicken. Oh, I'm still going in. All right, okay. Now, but after this, I'm going to take my chicken and I'm going to put it in the fridge and I'm going to let it sit there overnight. All right, so now we have our cauliflower. I promise y'all I have never broke cauliflower like this. I was about to cut it. I said, yeah, I can't cut it with the phone in my hand. So I was like, all right, let's try to get this off. Then I started recording again and then I was like, all right. So I just fast forward this part. I'm just peeling this piece off from the bottom. And I didn't wash it first because I knew I wanted to wash it after it was all cut up. So I did that after. So now I'm about to chop this up to small pieces, like bite size, because we are making baked cauliflower mac and cheese. And no mac though, but when you look at it, you'll be like, oh, this looks like some regular mac and cheese. And it actually tastes really good. This was my first time making it, my first time trying it. And it actually really is a good recipe. So you guys should really try it. If you're into cauliflower. Even if you're not, you might actually like the recipe because you cannot taste the cauliflower like that. Like, I'll be honest with you, you cannot taste it. All right, so now I'm going to put that to the side. And next, I'm going to have my baking sheet with my aluminum foil. As you see, we got the chicken out that we seasoned last night. And I'm going to go in with some avocado oil. I love avocado oil. Like, this is the best oil, especially if you want to cook at high heats, high temperatures. This is the best oil to get. I promise you, you will not go wrong with this oil. So I'm just sprinkling some on there. Then I'm going to get my little brush, start brushing this thing, and make sure it gets evenly distributed around our sheet pan. And I honestly prefer to use foil because I don't like the mess. Like, the grease, cleaning it up is just so much, and I don't want to deal with that. So I like to use my foil. So I don't know why I'm taking so long to get the chicken. Oh, I think I want to go get the tongs. I can put the chicken on the sheet pan. All right. Now I'm putting my chicken on the sheet pan. I'm just going to try to put a little separate, make sure they got their room to cook. You know, we don't want to have them bunched up on top of each other because why would you do that to them? Like, why? Yeah. So when you are doing all of this, you should have your oven preset to, you already know the main temperature, 350. We ain't going to go no higher, no lower. 350 is just it when it comes to temperature. And like you just know. You just know with 350. 350, you can never go wrong. All right, now after we have them on our pan, we are going to get our olive oil cooking spray. I wish I had the avocado oil one, but I'm going to get that though. I'm going to get it. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to spray it on top so you can get that nice crispiness. Okay, then we're going to plop it in the oven for about 30 minutes. Next, we're going to go back over to our cauliflower mac and cheese. That is some chicken broth that I'm adding into this water with some avocado oil. And we're just going to wait for it to boil. I didn't add a lot because it has a lot of salt in it. And I'm not the biggest fan of salty foods. So next, it's boiling. And we're going to add our cauliflower in. I realized it was boiling a lot. So I was like, all right, let me just turn this camera off real quick and pop that cauliflower in. So after I popped it in, I'm letting it boil over there. And now we have our pan. We are about to make this cheese sauce because, you know, you cannot have a good mac and cheese without the cheese sauce. Like, this is not the standard cheese sauce, but this is my cheese sauce. So it's fire, okay? All right, now we're just waiting for this pan to heat up a little bit. And once it gets heated, we're going to get us a stick of butter. Oh, I think I'm still trying to position this camera. I'm crying. All right. Oh, we got our butter. All right. So that's the Kerry Gold pure Irish butter, the unsalted one, because why add a bunch of extra salt when you're already using seasoning? So I'm going to take about, I believe I used 2 tablespoons of butter. And I just love the way it looked when it melted. Like, this is that good butter, like, good. Maybe this is 4 tablespoons. About 4 tablespoons of butter. It wasn't the stick, it was the thick stick. So, God know. All right. So, I'm going to wait for this to simmer, get all melted up. Once it starts to melt, we are going to grab us some, you guessed it, heavy whipping cream. Because I feel like that's the secret to a good mac and cheese. Like, outside of the cream sauce, the heavy whipping cream is one of the keys. Like, that's what gives you that rich, creamy taste. Like, for real. Okay? All right. So, we added that. We're waiting for that to simmer down. Okay, and in a second, we are going to grab our cheese blend. So I'm going to tell y'all what cheese I put because it was a lot of cheese. So I brought this mac and cheese blend from Stop and Shop. It had Swiss cheese, American cheese, and some New York sharp cheddar. And I also used the pizza blend cheese, which was really good as well. That had mozzarella and I believe a mild cheddar cheese. Then I added Parmesan cheese, some mozzarella cheese on its own, and the Mexican cheese. The Mexican cheese is the cheese goat, okay? That is the best cheese. Like, if you don't have Mexican cheese in there, listen. Before I added my cheese, I definitely had to season this bad boy up. So I went back in with some garlic pepper. I feel like the garlic pepper is really like an all-purpose seasoning. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's like an all-purpose seasoning. Even though they do have an all-purpose seasoning on their site, that feels like an all-purpose seasoning to me. And then I added some Slap Your Mama, and then I added some good old onion powder because we didn't really use any actual raw vegetables like onions and garlic chopped up or nothing. So I feel like that onion powder is going to give it a little pop that you need. All right, and I think I finally found the onion powder, and I grabbed that and I added that in. And then after I added the onion powder, I waited for this bad boy to simmer a little bit, get that nice bubbles flowing. Mix it in really well. Make sure it's not clumpy because you don't want no clumpy piece of seasonings in your cheese sauce, okay? You don't want that. It's not going to be a happy thing, okay? Okay, now it's finally time to add the guest, the star of the show, that good old cheese. So I put about 2 giant handfuls in. If you know, my hands are small, so we grabbed a good handful of cheese, and you see that simmering. Now we're gonna just keep stirring and stirring and stirring until you see that nice melt. And I'm getting all the liquid from the side to make sure it's blending in well with our cheese sauce. Well, with our cheese. And once that's good, we are gonna have us a bomb cheese sauce, okay? Y'all see that? Y'all see that nice pull? Wait till it start thickening up. Then you're gonna be like, oh, this is some cheese sauce for real. Alright? Alright, this bad boy's getting... Ooh, hold on, y'all seen that? Okay, alright, don't play with the sauce, okay? Don't play with it. You hear me? Alright, so our sauce is just about done. Now we're gonna go over to our cauliflower that is ready, that's been boiling for about, I'll say, 10 minutes. Then we drained it out, and now we're gonna add our cauliflower back into our pot, and we're gonna add that cheese sauce on top because this is baked cauliflower mac and cheese, and we gotta add the cheese and the cauliflower together. Oh, y'all see that creamy goodness with that? See them pepper flakes? Listen, y'all, listen. I'm telling you, this is it right here, okay? This is it. All right, as you see, we was mixing that bad boy up a little bit, getting it nice and blended in there. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit more heavy whipping cream, just so I can have that nice rich creaminess. And then I added about 2 tablespoons of sour cream. This is another secret in a good mac and cheese. Okay, you can use this recipe for regular mac and cheese as well, and it will come out very similar. Like, this is basically the same way that I will make regular mac and cheese if I was making regular mac and cheese. Like, for real, for real. All right, once we're done stirring that thing up, we have our nice good old bowl that we're going to put in the oven. And we added half of the mixture in there. Then we're going to add some of the cheese blend on top of that. Then we're going to add the rest of the cauliflower mixture on top of that. And then we're going to add some more cheese, because this is some cheesy cheese, okay? But then I realized I added mad sauce, and I should have definitely used something way bigger, because this bad boy started dripping over when I was adding the cheese. Let me tell y'all, child, this was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. I was like, yo, next time let's use the bigger one, because this thing was so cheesy. It started just dripping on the side. I was thinking about taking some out, but then I didn't. But then I ended up taking a little bit out just so it wouldn't be overflowing. All right, and I'm pretty sure you're wondering about our chicken. So this is our chicken 30 minutes in. Now I'm going to take it and flip it over and add some more spray on there. So now I'm spraying it down. Then this is the final result of our chicken after another 30 minutes. So now we're on to our maple rum sauce. Yes, all right. So we have our pot going, and we're going to add about a tablespoon of this pure Irish butter, the unsalted one. All right, so while the butter is melting down, I'm just showing you the things that I use. So that's the Bronx hot sauce. Then we have our GQ sugar-free ketchup. Then we use this maple flavored syrup, and it's by Pure Organics. And it was actually pretty good for maple syrup. Okay, and some chopped garlic. And the star, some Appleton Estate Reserve blend, okay? This rum is the ish, okay? I could not leave Jamaica without getting this rum. And I'm finally putting it to use, okay? All right, so now our butter's melted up. We're adding in our crushed garlic. I use about 3 cloves of garlic, and I crushed them up in a little crusher majiggy thing that I have. And that was that. Now I'm waiting for this to simmer down. Now I'm just showing you how I mixed up all the ingredients I previously showed you in the bowl. And then I'm going to add that in. I let this simmer up a little bit. You want to make sure your garlic is cooked, by the way. Okay, now I added that in. Now we're going to let this sit and simmer for about 15 minutes. Because the alcohol, you want to make sure that content starts to drop. All right, as you see, we went in with a little bit more of that cane sugar just to give it a little bit more sweetness. Okay, and by the way, I do have this on a low heat. Okay, now set that to the side, and this is our green beans and our garlic pepper and our avocado oil. This is a plant-based butter. I love this stuff. Okay, then we cooked that, and we went back to our wings, and we just added that sauce on there. And then we're gonna toss these wings up, and when they're nice and coated, as seen right here, then we are good on the wings. And then I set this to the side, and for the green beans, I did add them into the microwave and cooked it, and then I added it to the pan, and then I put the butter and I sauteed them. Added the garlic pepper seasoning for about like 3 minutes, and this is how that came out. Okay, and now we are bringing our cauliflower baked mac and cheese out of the oven, and this is how it came out. Our crust would have been a little bit more thick if we had a bigger pan, but this is the final result for that. And now we are going to head over to our finished product. Isn't it beautiful, guys? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a like, comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.